Let's take our Bibles, get to Nehemiah chapter number 4. We're in the process of rebuilding the wall in Jerusalem, and I just thought, like, man, there's some lessons to learn here for all of us, because remember, the first day was decide to build. Yesterday was get to building, and then today is what do you do when people mock your efforts? And so let me just say this: even when the world mocks our efforts, we need to keep praying and we need to keep building. I think that right now a lot of people are sitting back watching because they're not sure what culture is going to say about Christianity, and a little concerned about what people are going to say about them if they join the effort or stay at the effort. And Nehemiah has an answer to that for us in chapter number 4, starting with verse number 1. Listen to what happened. It says, "But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews." And so immediately the mocking comes in. Listen to some of the things he said in verse number 2. "And he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, What do these feeble Jews? What do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive these stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned?" And so he's like, they're building a wall out of junk. And will it even be able to stand? Will it even be able to come back together? They're not even craftsmen. They don't even know how to build. Why are they even bothering? Look what goes on to say in the crowds. "Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him and said, Even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall." And so he said, this is just a pile of junk and a bunch of rubbish, and just a fox running across the top is going to make it fall down. And really what their effort is to get them to stop building. And the reason why they were mocking it in such a way is because they were concerned that it was working. Now, the work was actually doing something. When the world mocks us, it's because they see that there's truth in what we're saying, that there's a real opportunity to be better and different in what we're offering, and that bothers them and that scares them. And I mean, think about it. If you're living totally anti-God, and then you're starting to see where, hey, this God that they serve could actually be true, if we don't put a stop to this, people might start believing this, and then we're going to lose our power. Look what he says in verse number 4. Look what Nehemiah's response, I should say, is in verse number 4. It says, "Hear, O our God, for we are despised, and they turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for a prey in the land of captivity." So he says, we're despised, and he's saying, God, turn this whole thing back on them. Verse number 5, "And cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee, for they have provoked to the anger before the builders." And so they provoke thee to anger before the builders. So they're saying, God, they're provoking you. They're really mocking you because you told us to do this, and we're doing it in a way that we feel like you've led us to do it. And so everything that we're doing is from you and for you, and they're mocking it. So really they're mocking you, which is the truth in every persecution of a Christian. If we're living right and we're doing right and people are mocking it, they're actually mocking God, the God that we serve. Look at verse number 6. "So we built the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work." And so they just kept on building, and they even got as far as halfway finished with the wall, with all this mockery going on. And what I want you to get here is that even when the world mocks our efforts, we need to be praying. We need to be building. I think that a lot of people, when they see the mockery or they get a little bit of pressure or it just gets a little less easy, they pull back. And we can't pull back. There's no more falling back. There's no more retreating. It's all now. We have to keep fighting the good fight. We have to keep building the walls. We have to be busy about the Lord's work. And I don't mean busy meaning stressed out, frantic, to our own detriment. I mean about the Lord's work. We need to be in it. We need to be doing it. We need to stop talking about what the world is doing and start doing what we're supposed to do. And that's what Nehemiah encouraged the people to do. Let's get busy about building the wall. Let's do the wall. Okay, then we'll do the wall. And then when they started getting mocked, he said, don't listen to them. Let's go to God and let's keep building the wall. And so I want to encourage you. People aren't going to like your faith. They're not going to like your stance. They're not going to like the way that you live out the Word of God. But you keep living for the Lord and keep building the kingdom and let the Lord take care of them so that we can complete the work that God has given us to do. Let's get busy about the work of the Lord. Have a great day.